listening to Radio D Hotties, powered by Mahima Creations.
जब हमारे परिवार के बुजुर्गों की सेहत और देखभाल की बात होती है तो घर पर इन होम केयर वाला ऑप्शन सबसे बढ़िया है। ऑनलॉक का पेस प्रोग्राम एक ऐसा कन्वीनियंट एंड पर्सनलाइज्ड ऑप्शन है जिसके जरिए हमारे बुजुर्ग घर पर हमारे साथ रहकर यही देखभाल और सेवा का लाभ उठा सकते हैं। अब चाहे वो घर पर रहे या ऑनलॉक वाले पेस सेंटर में आए, उनको वही डेडिकेटेड एंड प्रोफेशनल केयर मिलेगी। ऑनलॉक ने बुजुर्गों की सेहत को अपना प्रायोरिटी बना लिया है। और जानने के लिए 1855-308-0195 पे कॉल करें। That's 1855-308-0195.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this show do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Radio D Hotties. The content broadcast on this show is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only.
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोगों को हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वनकम,
नमस्कारा,
खुशामदीद,
सलाम अलैकुम,
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకందరికీ వందనములు,
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय जनेन्द्र।
हमारे इस्मानी भाई बंधुओं को बोलते याली मदद।
मोलाली मदद बोलते हुए सारी फीजिए मतलब बोलेंगे नीसा मुला बलजन। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे myself फालतू बाबा
And of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time show that's gonna make another Thursday totally exciting and totally mastani bandajani. And of course, Banajan, it is another terrific Thursday. And while many of you are hitting the roads, and I'm telling you, traffic is like, oh my God.
I know.
It's picking up everywhere. Good Lord. So let's go on and find out what the Raste ka hal is today with our Altu Baba, which is going to be totally sustainable.
That's why बलजान रास्ते का हाल देते हैं आपको हम लोग totally sustainable.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Alright, बलजान. बात तो इन्होंने already बता दिया कि रास्ते पे बहुत सारे traffic है बलजान. Now the point is whether they actually there's traffic over there because people are trying to get out of the state of the place. Whatever, I don't know, because holidays are coming up. Already July 1st हो गया बलजान. But this weekend is a long weekend actually because July 4th is going to be on Sunday, right? So people are going to be taking it off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I don't know what people are doing, but they probably are traveling. So there's going to be a lot of traffic on the road. But let's start with what's happening on 880. 880 actually, there's a serial delay because of an accident on Mission Boulevard. Watch out for that. The CHP is on the scene, has cleared some debris for you guys to keep moving. वो आएगा बजान. Let's go further to Livermore 580 के आसपास में actually is an obstruction there near the Vasco Road. Watch out for that. And Oakland has an hazard on 880 southbound north near Webster Street, which is slowing down traffic there, and some sluggish traffic in the city, not because of any specific accident, but again it's just kind of sluggish traffic over there. And also in Richmond Bridge actually it's very sluggish there. Fog advisory or fog has been detected on the bridge of Golden Gate. Watch out for that. And also some hazard reported on Dumbarton Bridge. Doesn't say exactly what it is, but near the mid-span actually, Manajan. So this will be like a bottleneck if it forms, but so far it doesn't seem to be a bottleneck anywhere. So that's kind of good news there, right? And let's see. 101 southbound north of Burnell Road is actually a hazard reported there in the HOV lane. Doesn't seem to be affecting traffic movement as such. So that's a good thing. Apart from that, Bajan, that weather-wise, look outside, it's kind of cloudy, right? Yeah, it seemed like as it's winter time, mid-60s weather. It's going to go up, Bajan, at least 20 degrees more. Well, no, 15 degrees are variance because the hottest today is going to be like 80s.
Wow.
Will it remain cloudy? No, it's going to burn out. We're going to have some sunshine by noon and probably a bright, sunny, blue skies for us all through the day. Till the evening, and probably tomorrow morning again we start off with same kind of clouds I suppose, but because the weather is going to be pretty much the same variance of 58 to 81 degrees. through the weekend, actually. And that was the traffic and weather update for you guys. A quick look at now what's happening with the news. Faldoni, do we have the news for our bandhus?
Yes, Altibaba, let's get right into it. These are the news from the Bay Area and also across from the United States, Banajan. California coronavirus cases are rising as the Delta variant spreads. California broadly reopened its economy barely 2 weeks ago, and since then, an especially contagious coronavirus variant has spread among the unvaccinated, and a development that has health officials on edge and already has prompted Los Angeles County to strongly recommend everyone resume wearing masks inside. The nation's most populous state is averaging close to 1,000 additional cases reported daily, an increase of about 17% in the last 14 days. Officials expected an increase when capacity limits were lifted for businesses and most mask restrictions and social distancing requirements were eliminated for vaccinated people. But public health officials raised concern this week with the more transmissible Delta variant spreading among the unvaccinated, who comprise the vast majority of Americans through their new infections. And LA County, where a quarter of the state's nearly 40 million people live, recommended Monday that vaccinated residents resume wearing face coverings indoors and also when out in public after detecting that about half of the cases were all Delta variants. So this is really a disconcerting news item that has come out. So if you're traveling, Manajan, please be sure to wear your masks wherever you're going, and please be sure to practice, the usual everything that you were doing, which was hand washing, carry your hand sanitizers with you, and remember, nothing beats washing hands as opposed to using just the 99% sanitizer.
Yeah,
And
water and soap is what they advise. But again, unfortunately, Faltoni, we are in a drought, right?
Yeah.
So people are again going to feel guilty about the fact that they're using water and soap. I don't know what it's like a catch-22 situation for us here in California.
True. But please try to stay safe, Banajan, and even if you're vaccinated, please make sure you are going to be wearing your facial coverings. And those who are not vaccinated yet and are vacillating between, is it good, is it not good, whatever, please do
It's
get
better
vaccinated.
to vaccinate instead of vacillate, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, 17 people, including 10 law enforcement officers, were injured and several cars and houses were damaged Wednesday night when police attempted to safely detonate illegal explosives seized in South Los Angeles. None of the injuries were life-threatening, thankfully, and homes did not immediately appear to have serious structural damage, police said. Some residents were asked to leave their homes overnight for the investigation. A 27-year-old man was also arrested, accused of importing the fireworks from out of state with plans to resell them for the July 4th weekend. Boxes stacked about 8 feet high containing commercial-grade fireworks and improvised explosive devices. Now, this is the IEDs, Vanajan, were seized. The LAPD said the explosion in the historic South Central neighborhood came around 7:30 p.m. as bomb squad personnel aimed to detonate a confiscated device within an iron-chambered containment vehicle. Locally, Fremont police are in search for a hit-and-run driver who injured a pedestrian. Fremont police are asking for assistance from the public in finding the driver of a vehicle that collided with and injured a pedestrian Wednesday night before fleeing the scene. Police said that the pedestrian suffered major injuries in the collision, which happened around 10:30 p.m. near the intersection of Peralta Boulevard and Dusterberry Way. The pedestrian was pushing a cart of recyclables and personal items when he was struck by the vehicle, which fled the scene prior to the arrival of the police, according to the police. Police urge anyone with information on this particular case. So if you were on Peralta Boulevard and Dusterberry Way, Manajan, and you were anywhere in that area, please do contact Traffic Officer Montojo at 510-790-6774. That's again 510-790-6774. 510-790-6774. In news from across the United States, Trump Company's CFO was indicted, and he is supposed to be pleading not guilty. Donald Trump's namesake company and its longtime chief financial officer are expected to fight criminal charges being brought on Thursday in a probe by Manhattan's district attorney. The Trump Organization and the CFO, Alan Weisselberg, are expected to be arraigned later in the day in a New York State court in Manhattan. A person familiar with the matter has said when a grand jury indictment is to be unsealed. Alan Futafas, lawyer for the company, is expected to enter a not guilty plea on its behalf. A person familiar with the matter has said Mr. Weisselberg intends to plead not guilty and he will fight these charges in court. Weisselberg's lawyers, Mary Mulligan and Brian Scarlatos, said in a joint statement. Weisselberg surrendered to authorities early in the morning. President Joe Biden is in Florida to comfort families as search at the collapse site is paused right now over safety concerns. Biden, whose personal experience with tragedy has marked his political career, was set to reprise the role of consoler-in-chief a week after the 12-story building partially caved in as residents slept. The confirmed death toll remained at 18 after the discovery of 6 more bodies in the ruins of the Champlain Towers South condo, including 2 children aged 4 and 10. Another 145 people are missing and feared trapped in the rubble, with hopes of finding any survivors dimming with each passing day. After arriving in Miami, Biden attended a briefing with local officials, including Governor Ron DeSantis, who is widely seen as a potential Republican presidential candidate in 2024. The search and rescue operation there has now temporarily been suspended due to concerns about the stability of the remaining part of the structure. So that has been paused at this particular point in time. The United States House, controlled by the Democrats, approved a $750 billion surface transportation and water infrastructure bill on Thursday in what Democrats see as an early step towards sweeping infrastructure legislation that Congress hopes to complete in September. This bill, which includes provisions from Joe Biden's initial $2.3 trillion infrastructure proposal, authorizes additional spending for roads, bridges, highway safety, electric vehicle charging stations, rail transit, drinking, and wastewater infrastructure. And the U.S. Supreme Court has been pretty active, and the conservative majority is kicking in. Why? Well, the U.S. Supreme Court backed conservatives against California donor disclosure. They ruled in favor of 2 conservative groups that challenged a California requirement that tax-exempt charities provide the state the identities of their top financial donors in a decision that could imperil some political donor disclosure laws. The justices, in a 6-3 ruling, sided with 2 nonprofit groups, the Americans for Prosperity Foundation and Thomas More Law Center, in finding that California Attorney General's policy in place for the past decade violates the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment guarantees of freedom of speech and association. The court's 6 conservatives were in the majority, and the 3 liberal members were all dissenting. Democratic governed California, the most populous U.S. state, has said that donor information is required as part of the state attorney general's duty to prevent charitable fraud. The United States Supreme Court also allowed Republican-backed Arizona voting restrictions and made it easy for states to enact voting restrictions, endorsing these Republican-backed measures in Arizona that a lower court had decided disproportionately burdened Black, Latino, and Native American voters, and handing a defeat to Democrats who had challenged these policies. A 6-3 ruling, with the court's conservative justices in the majority, held that the restrictions on early ballot collection by third parties and where absentee ballots may be cast did not violate the Voting Rights Act, a landmark 1965 federal law that prohibits racial discrimination in voting. And finally, Bandhajan, that's pretty much what I had in terms of the news from across the United States also, and we will be having news coming up from across the world. But before that, here is a Gane Ka Kira.
So Bandhajan, a nice Gane Ka Kira for you guys for today, being a Thursday. A nice song from the movie New York, Bandhajan, the voice of KK Music by Pritham from the movie New York, as I already told you. Song name, of course, Hai Junoon.
यारों जी भर के जीले पल लगता है आजकल दौर अपना आएगा यारों जो खुद पे हो यकीन तो जिंदगी हंसी तुझे कल बुलाएगा यारों जी भर के जीले पल लगता है आजकल दौर अपना आएगा यारों जो खुद पे हो यकीन तो जिंदगी हंसी तुझे कल बुलाएगा है जुनू सा जीने में।
And आपका बचान ये एक और आवेगा आपके लिए version for sure, and you will listen to the song as we're going into the break. I would say Punjab, but लेकिन अभी के लिए let's go check out what's happening with the world news. Fatani, take it away.
There's an exclusive news report that's coming out by Reuters, Punjaban, which is talking about how Iran has been restricting UN nuclear inspectors' access to its main uranium enrichment plant at Natanz, citing security concerns after what it says was an attack on the site by Israel in April. Diplomats say the standoff, which one official said has been going on for weeks, is in the course of being resolved, a diplomat said, but it has also raised tensions with the West, just as indirect talks between Iran and the United States on reviving the Iran nuclear deal have adjourned without a date set for their resumption. Russian Navy is conducting live fire exercise in the Black Sea as Ukraine and, of course, NATO conduct their drill. Russian warships have carried out a live fire training exercise in the Black Sea, the country's Black Sea Fleet said on Thursday, as Ukraine and NATO countries held military drills in the same wider area. The Sea Breeze drills, led by Ukraine and the United States, follow a spike in the tensions between NATO and Moscow after Russia last week said it had fired warning shots and dropped bombs in the path of a British warship to expel it from its territorial waters near Crimea. Speaking of that, Bandajan, apparently in China is supposedly expanding its nuclear arsenal as well. A major expansion of China's nuclear assets have been uncovered amid signs that suggest that Beijing believes that it has arrived on the world stage and is ready to parley on equal terms with the United States. An American non-proliferation think tank has identified through satellite imagery nearly 120 new silos for intercontinental ballistic missiles in a desert near the northwestern city of Yumen in Gansu province, in what is possibly a significant bump in its nuclear arsenal. And China is believed to possess a modest stockpile of about 250 to about 350 nuclear weapons, only about 1/20th of what the US has. But the building of 120 plus new missile silos would represent a historic shift, is what they're saying. And in news from India, Bandajan, the Jammu Air Force station attack, the army chief is saying that the fight against drones will be a total seesaw kind of battle. And he says, Indian armed forces are developing capabilities to deal with the ever-increasing threat from drones, with some countermeasures already being put in place, even as they also acquire offensive capabilities in the field, General M.M. Naravane said on Thursday. More on all these stories you'll find on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe and Jan. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't forget to tune in then. Have yourselves a terrific Thursday.
जो खुद पे हो यकीन तो जिंदगी हंसी तुझे कल बुलाएगा है जुनू सा जीने में।
Bandajan, this is your darling Faltu Rani, and let me tell you, Bandajani, that all these beautiful tracks that you're listening to right now are